students of year 8. First of all, this is the correction of the worksheet 1. And I've noticed the last time that most of you who have submitted the results are not fine or are not good. So today I want from you to concentrate the maximum concentration because this worksheet is super important and I want to repeat it. So I'm going now to repeat it the next time and I want to compare the results. First of all, Sammy left the house at 10:30:40 and he arrived 10:50:45 a.m. He covered 3,615 meters. Calculate the duration of time needed, then convert it into seconds. Now, how to calculate the duration? If you have two instants and you are going to calculate the duration, if you have two instants and you are going to calculate that duration, you must subtract these two instants of time. This is the first instant and this is the second instant. And you are going to subtract the second instant from the first instant. So the second minus the first is equal. 10 minus 10 is 0 hour. Now the minute 50 minus 30 is equal to 20 minutes and 45 minus 40 is equal to 5 seconds. So the duration is 20 minutes and 5 seconds. Now the second part of the question is to convert it into seconds. So seconds is seconds. So don't put your So don't touch the seconds. What you are going to do is just to convert the minute. So how to convert from minute to seconds? I must multiply by 60 because every 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 20 minutes times 60 is 1,200 seconds. And don't forget to add the 5 seconds. So it's 1,205 seconds. Okay, now calculate the speed of Sammy considered as steady speed. What I mean of steady speed? We said that steady speed is constant speed in meter per second. So first of all, we should write the rule. What is the rule? Its speed is equal to distance divided by the time. So speed is equal to distance symbolized by s divided by time symbolized by t. And what is the speed is v. So is equal. This is the distance and this is the time and I forgot to put 5 here. Okay? So 3,615 meter divided by 1,205 seconds, okay, is equal to approximately 3 meter per second. Okay, so I will repeat. V is equal to distance divided by time. You remove the distance and you put the value of the distance, which is 3,600. You remove the time t and you put the value of the time, which is 1,205 seconds, and you do the calculation. It's equal to 3 meter per second. Now convert it to kilometer per hour. You know every 1 meter per second is equal to 3.6 kilometer per hour. So I must multiply by 3.6 the value in meter per second. So 3 meter per second multiplied by 3.6 is equal approximately to 10 kilometer per hour. So this is the application 1. It's a bit easy and it's simple, just applying the rule of the speed and how to convert the unit of speed. Now the duration, you know how to subtract the duration from mathematics, you know how to convert the time in mathematics, you know everything in mathematics, just we are going to apply it in part 1. Now in part 2 we applied the rule of the speed and in part 3 we convert the speed. That's it. Application 1 is so easy. So let's jump to application 2. Application 2 is easy also. A rabbit moves 0.3 kilometer in 10 seconds. Calculate the speed of this rabbit. We have two ways. Because the distance in kilometer and the time in seconds, we have two ways. We can convert the distance into meter, or we can convert the seconds into hour. But the easiest one is to convert the kilometer into meter because we can multiply by 1000, and you know the conversion from the last year. So calculate the speed of this rabbit. So the speed is equal distance divided by time, right? The speed is equal to distance divided by time. So v is equal to s divided by t. But what is the value of s? I must use 0.3, or I must convert it. I prefer to convert it into meter, which is the correct way. So I must multiply by 1000 to convert the distance before I apply the rule. So 0.3 times 1000 is equal to 300 meters. So I can use meter and seconds. So V is equal to S divided by T. 300 divided by 10 is equal to 30 meter per second. Why I convert it into meter? Because we have two units in speed. We have many units, but we have two main units in speed: meter per second and kilometer per hour. First of all, meter per second is the SI unit, and kilometer per hour is a second unit. But I prefer, if I ask you to calculate the speed, to convert it into meter per second because it's very easy. Or if it's in kilometer and it's in second, you can convert the second. You will choose which way, but the easiest way is meter per second with respect to me. Now part 2. Calculate the distance covered if the duration of motion is 28 seconds. Now I need the distance, not the speed, right? But I know that there is a way to calculate the distance, right? So I must use the triangular method. If I want to calculate the time, or if I want to calculate the distance, I must use the triangular method. What is the triangular method? It's a method that I can prepare a rule from another rule. So what's at the top? At the top is S, right? What is at the bottom is V and T. What is S? It's the distance, right? So if I want the distance I covered by using a hand, or because I'm using the paint, I will cover the S. If I cover the S, what is the remaining? The remaining is V and T, right? So V and T. What is the common between V and T? A vertical line, which is the multiplication. So S is equal V times T. That's it. So S is equal to V times T. What is the value of V? I already calculated before. So I use part 1 to get part 2, the result of part 2. So part 1, what is the value of what is the value of the speed? I already calculated it. So I get it from here. So it's 30. What is the value of t? It's given in the question. It's 28. So 30 times 28 is equal to 84. And don't forget the unit is meter. Calculate the time needed to cover a distance of 800 meters. So I need the time. So what should I do? If I need the time, I must cover the time. If I cover the time, what is I noticed? I noticed that time is equal S above and V below. What is time is equal? S above and V below. It's equal S divided by V. So the horizontal line is the division. So when I cover the T is equal to S divided by V. I go to the solution. So T is equal to S divided by V, right? So what is the S? S is the distance, is given in the question 800. What is V? V, I already calculated it, is 30. So 800 divided by 30 is 26.6. Of course, it's second. Why it's seconds? Because the speed is meter per second. And finally is application 3. Wallahi, يعني with respect to me, it's very easy. I don't know why most of you do it like wrong, and most of you they didn't do it at all. Most of you they didn't understand. Don't worry, I will explain it now. The calculation of flight time is based on the straight line distance from Lagos, Nigeria to Beirut, Lebanon. So I want to calculate, or I want to calculate the distance or the time. Okay, but I have the speed of the airplane. So the straight line distance is about 4,488 kilometer, okay, and the speed of the airplane is 800 kilometer per hour from Lagos, Nigeria to Beirut, Lebanon. So what we are going to calculate. If we have the distance and we have the speed, what is the unknown here? The time. So I will ask you about the time for sure. So the first question, what is the duration needed to travel from Nigeria to Lebanon? The duration, but I don't have two instants. So I must use t is equal s divided by v as if I explained it before. What is t? I covered t. T is equal s divided by v. What is s? The distance. What is v? V the speed. So what is the distance? What is the speed here? The distance is 4,400 kilometer. So please notice that before I solve this application, in every part I ask you about to calculate or to find or whatever, and you are going to use the rule, please write the rule before. Most of you, they snap the paper, there is no rule, there is only numbers. You will took zero. You will took zero if you write only numbers. I need the rule before. I need the rule. Then after the rule, I need the number and the unit. After the number of the unit, I need the final result with its own unit. So t is equal to distance divided by v. I put the value of distance, I put the value of the speed, and I calculated. I got 5.6 hours. Now, another question. The plane moves at the same speed from Lagos to Cano. The duration time is 66 minutes. So, from Lagos to Cano, the duration is 66 minutes. Okay, and they said that at the same speed. So, I'm going to use 800 kilometer per hour. Why? Ask yourself why. Because I'm using the same speed. Now calculate the distance between Lagos and Kano, and you know that the distance, if I want to calculate it, the distance is equal, if I cover this one, is equal to V times T. So distance is equal V times T. The speed is 800, okay, and the time is 66 minutes. But I can't use minute. Why I can't use minute? Because the unit of the speed is kilometer per hour. Hour. So I must use hour, not minute. So I must convert from minute to hour. So I must divide it by 60 minute. It gives us 1.1. So V is equal 800 and time is equal 1.1. So the result is 880 kilometer. And thank you, and don't forget to concentrate and to repeat the explanation and everything, okay? Please, after watching this video, I'm waiting your comments. Thank you.